Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. It is time to do one of my most hated mods on the new Toyota Tacoma. This is a 2025 TRD Sport, and you can't miss it because it tells you right here. It's time to remove this nasty decal, which frankly looks crooked. I'm not sure why they put them on. Toyota loves their decals, and this is the worst one yet. Typically, when you take it off, this top layer peels off, and then there's a silver looking kind of stuff behind that is very difficult to get through. And primarily, it's because it's not porous, so anything you spray on it doesn't get through to the other side. So you almost have to score it a little bit. I'm going to try that with just my fingernail, just the top layer, to see if indeed I can spray some stuff on it to remove it. And I've got something new to try. This stuff is called Aircraft Decal and Adhesive Remover. They use it on planes, I guess. It has a plane on it. It's called Aircraft. It's supposed to take off adhesive, remove stickers. And it says here it works on automotive finishes, glass, chrome, and metal bumpers, and it's not supposed to damage your paint. So let's go ahead, get started. I've already on both sides kind of grabbed a little corner here just to see if maybe I'm going to get lucky. I doubt it. And unfortunately, you really do have to use your fingernail. So we're gonna see. I'm just gonna work this a little bit to try to get through to that under layer, so I can grab it and see if I can pull. Now, I haven't used any heat on this, except for, of course, the ambient heat from outside. And it's already starting to pull away. You can see this white underneath here. That is the bane of this sticker. It's horrid. Now, I could work at it like this probably all the way across, but you can imagine how much real estate there is and how long it would take me to get this thing off if I simply peel off everything with my fingernail like this. And maybe I will try that. I don't know. It seems to be coming off pretty well, at least in this slow pace. The truck is, of course, new, so the sticker really hasn't been on it a long time. I always am hopeful that if that's the case, the adhesive really hasn't taken hold, but you can see it just wants to separate. The sticker they're using is really three parts. It's kind of a top part here, and then this, I guess, next layer, and then adhesive on the bottom. So it's a real bear. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm going to work this for a minute, and I'm sure I'm going to give up on trying to do this. And I don't want to damage the surface with my fingernail either. So I think what I'm going to do, here we go. I think I'm just going to pull, and you'll see what happens, and that is this top layer, which comes off really easily, of course, just pulls off. And then you're left with this mess. And anybody who's done this has experienced this. They're all the same. Anybody that tells you that they just grabbed this and pulled it right off, they're telling you a tale, or they're talking about the 3rd gen, because it definitely doesn't work that way on the 4th gen. Okay, that is round 1. That took 5 minutes. Not bad. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to just score this stuff with my fingernail. My fingernails are already starting to get sore from doing this, so I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do this. So just something like that, you get the idea. Alright, I've just kind of taped around the edge here just to keep this stuff from running down the paint. I've never used this before, so I'm being maybe overly cautious, I don't know. But according to the directions, you're supposed to spray this on, and after, I think it's 10 minutes, it says 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm going to spray this on, let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, 15 minutes probably, and then we'll see how well this stuff comes off. So let's get to it. I have my doubts, but again, I'm trying to keep it off the rest of the paint. That was a fail. And off of myself. I don't know how caustic this stuff is. I got it off, and let me tell you, this stuff, it's amazing, and it is strong. It actually liquefies what was left on the truck, and I'm going to show you again in a second on this one what it does. But Goo Gone, I tried to clean the liquid that it left over after it liquefied the adhesive with Goo Gone. Don't waste your time, it doesn't work. Soapy water to wipe it off doesn't work. What you need to do is take a rag, and you're going to need about 5 or 6 of them, and just one swipe, change the rag. One swipe, or change your position on the rag. One swipe, change your position. You get the idea? Because if you don't, it just smears all over the place. So you want the rag to grab it, right? This is what it looks like. It appears there's no damage. I still need to clean this off. Let's go ahead and remove the tape. Unfortunately, the tape has adhesive on it as well, so I'm hoping that it did not start to eat the adhesive on the tape, which I'm sure it did, but I'm hoping I didn't make myself more work, I guess is my point. So far, doesn't look like it. Alright, and it did not appear to eat through the tape. Well, there's a little bit of adhesive you saw right there. But that's what it looks like. Looks pretty good to me. Of course, I need to clean it off with some soapy water now. But this stuff is strong. I'll show you. Alright, I'm going to show you how this stuff works. It works really quick. I mean, like a minute. And you can start wiping this stuff off. So, here we go. This time I'm going to try to more focus on the stuff itself. Again, I have no idea how this is for the paint. I did wipe off and wax the other side, so it seemed to not cause any issues, but who knows. Now, I'm going to give it really not much time, because it doesn't take much, and you can see it's already starting, look at that, to dissolve what's left of the label. This time I'm gonna try to just go over the whole thing, and this is where you want to keep rolling your rag. I highly recommend plastic gloves if you're going to do this, or rubber gloves, just to keep this stuff off your skin. I can't imagine it's really good for you. As you can see, it's just turning this stuff to gum, which, yeah, it does create a bit of a mess, but it's much easier than what I have discovered before. I mean, look at that. It just eats that stuff off. I can't imagine it's great for your clear coat, but like I said, the other side seems to be fine. And I put a coat of wax on top of it, so we'll take a look at it again when I'm done, but you get the idea. It just, look what it's doing to this stuff. I mean, it just chews right through it. You do have to keep applying it. It seems like it, I don't know, dries or something rather quickly. Maybe it evaporates, I don't know, but you do have to keep putting it on. Not a big deal. Just keep it from running off of the rest or onto the rest of your paint, I think is probably a good idea. Again, I'm just trying to get the meat of it loose before I worry about the gummy part that's left. And you can see this stuff just looks like, I don't know, milk. I see why I was told at O'Reilly's that the shops use this stuff. This is how they remove decals, and I see why. And I know there are those out there who talk about using those rubber wheels, but for me, anything that spins at 1,000,000 miles an hour, creates heat from the friction and cannot be good for your paint. So that's why I don't go that way, but you know, by all means, you should do what you're comfortable with. Now I'm just going to kind of roll it down to the end here and kind of grab clumps and take it off like that. Definitely a messy job, but hey, messy's okay as long as it works, right? Because you can wipe this stuff off as I did on the other side. So you get the idea. I'm going to continue on doing just what I'm doing here, and now you can see it's kind of dried out some, so it's not really pushing it along. I can feel it grabbing the cloth, so the adhesive is still alive and well, but it's losing the battle. All done. Way easier than trying to scrape it and use Goo Gone and a hair dryer and your thumbs and your nails. My fingers don't hurt. It was that easy. Let's take a look, and then I'll give you a couple of words of caution. Here is the driver's side. You can see there's no, at least yet, damage to the paint, so I think we're okay. I cleaned it with some soapy water, and then I waxed it, and it looks good. Here's the passenger side. It looks fantastic as well. Now, the couple of words of caution. This stuff is strong. The key to it is spray it, wipe off the adhesive, as I mentioned, in one direction, change your position on the rag, do it again. You'll have to do that about 5 or 6 times, and then it's gone. The word of caution, don't tape off the area. I taped off the area, and for some reason, I seem to have a line where the tape was. I don't know if the camera picks that up or not. Probably not. I don't even know if anybody will even notice. It's right here, and it's where the tape was, and I purposely only put tape across the bottom this time for you guys to see if it did leave any kind of a mark. On this side, there's, and I'm sure you can't see it, but there's like a square where I had the tape, right? It's like, I don't know, it's like the spray stuff kind of etched a line into the clear coat. I don't know, it's weird. I don't know why it would, because there's no line left over from the adhesive. The adhesive, or the badge, I guess, the sticker is completely gone. So kind of weird. Maybe there was a reaction with something in the adhesive and painter's tape. Hard to tell when you're messing with chemicals, right? Would I use this stuff again? Absolutely. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. Again, use gloves. Don't get it on your skin. Don't inhale it. And make sure you don't use tape. Just spray it and keep wiping it. It's kind of like a gel, so it doesn't really roll down the edge of your truck too much. It will a little bit, but you can wipe that off real quick with a rag. The other thing is you don't have to wait long for it to start working. It happens in probably 30 seconds, maybe less. So you can kind of use your fingernail under the rag inside your glove to kind of just scrape over the decal to get it to start, I guess, rolling off or whatever, like what I showed in the video. Anyway, this is the way to go. It's the best way I have found to remove these decals so far. I'll try to leave a link to this stuff down below if there is one. I don't know. I haven't looked it up online. I bought it at O'Reilly's. It's not cheap. It cost me like 35 bucks or something like that for the can, but well worth it in the end. Leave a comment. Let me know if you've ever used this stuff. I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.